if we got independence, it is because of the sacrifice. It is because of the leaders like Subhash Chandra Bose. He was the one who followed the muscular approach, the military approach. In fact, out of the 60,000 of the INA soldiers, 24,000 gave the supreme sacrifice. That is the level of the sacrifice which went for the India to get independence. In fact, I'm very happy that today is a great day, and there is a revival, there is a restoration to the glory of, to the legacy of Subhash Chandra Bose. And the beauty is that he's the one who initiated this Jai Hind. He's the one who created this Azad Hind Fauj. He's the one who had created a provincial government in 21st October 1943. He, to me, is a great strategist. He had a great vision, and he was a realistic and a practical man. In fact, I would say, when I look at him, he was a military leader, he was a national leader, he's a national icon. He's
General, stay with me for a moment. General, stay with me for a moment. This is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Live images that are coming in from the Victoria Memorial in Kolkata, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi has just arrived, and this is where the Prime Minister would also be witnessing a cultural event. The Prime Minister is trying to revive the legacy of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Let's listen in.
Greeting everyone who is going to be part of this wonderful celebration, which commemorates the beginning of 125 years of remembering Subhash Chandra Bose's contribution to the Indian freedom struggle. And here the Prime Minister is entering the exhibition hall. Subhash Chandra
Pride in India's culture. Take pride in India's history. This is what Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose talked about, and throughout, when you listen to his radio address, he was on Radio Berlin, and his radio address was heard by overseas Indians perhaps across the globe, which inspired a lot of people. Let's for a moment dip in, listen into Prime Minister. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose always talked about looking at the world from India's lens. That is extremely important. Do not look at the world from the British lens, from the lens of outsiders.
नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस, जिन्होंने कहा था कि मेरे पास एक लक्ष्य है और वो लक्ष्य है भारत की आजादी. उन्होंने कहा मेरे
Bose, a cultural program that is to be held. This is after, of course, visiting the National Library, where he was at a conference on revisiting the legacy of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in the 21st century. And of course, you also saw images of the Prime Minister at the artists' camp. The Prime Minister being briefed about Netaji's life and times, being felicitated. The Governor of West Bengal flanks the Prime Minister. Parakram Divas, to inspire youth to always strive to do better, to be inspired by the life, times and struggle of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, to infuse that patriotic fervor in the next generation of Indians.
Of the word Jai Hind. It comes from
the
Indian National
West Bengal
Army, was made popular by Subhash Chandra Bose and has been adopted, of course.
The West Bengal Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee flanks Prime Minister Narendra Modi on one side, the Governor on the other side.
Subhash Chandra Bose, which refers to the duty of the people of the country to
some
pay
very
for
important speeches of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, his writings, various events, photographs of various events that had taken place.
Give me blood and I will give you freedom.
तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा. That is what Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose had said. Freedom through struggle, through armed struggle. He was very clear. Freedom is not given, freedom is taken.
शीर्षक उसका नाम दिया गया है निर्भीक सुभाष।
The Prime Minister will speak in a short while from now, and when the Prime Minister speaks at this event,
तमाम स्मृतियां
I want to bring in Indrajit Kundu for more on this. Indrajit, this entire cultural event that now kicks off is to take forward Netaji's legacy to the next generation of Indians. And this goes beyond elections, because even when it was 75 years of that INA trial at the Red Fort, no elections were around the corner that time, but that too was celebrated with great pomp and show and fervor, patriotic fervor by the government, Indrajit.
Well, absolutely. You know, it is the bounden duty of all governments, be it the state government or the central government, to pay rich tributes to, such an icon, such an iconic figure, one of the greatest sons that India has ever produced. But Gaurav, also, politics has also taken center stage, given that this is an election year, and the visuals that we are seeing on the screen are very, very important, because there was so much of speculation whether or not West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee will be attending today's program. Because remember, this is not a political program, this is a government program, the government of India paying its homage to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in a befitting manner. And what we see right now is that Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has just reached, and she has in fact greeted Prime Minister Narendra Modi with a uttoryo, and both of them now taking a stroll inside the Victoria Memorial Museum, being shown by officials at the Victoria Memorial. Remember, the Victoria Memorial is also very crucial today because it completes 100 years. It was finished in 1921, and 2021, of course, marks the 100 years, the centenary of this magnificent structure, which is an iconic structure as far as the city of Kolkata is concerned. So nothing could have been more appropriate than the Victoria Memorial to pay tribute to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, whose exhibition is underway at the museum there. And both Prime Minister and the Chief Minister together taking a stroll and going through the museum. A little later, there will be a magnificent light and sound show, a laser show, and we would also hear Prime Minister Narendra Modi deliver his speech to the people of the country and, of course, the people of Bengal. There's a lot of talk about Prime Minister's look as well, because he has been growing the beard, and there have been, speculation on social media, a lot of buzz about how he has, modeled his look possibly on Rabindranath Tagore. But today, of course, he's in a Bengali attire. He's wearing a white kurta, and at the same time, he's taking a shawl. So, Prime Minister making quite a statement through his attire, and Chief Minister, and accompanied by Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, both the leaders now finally possibly keeping their political differences aside, because Mamata Banerjee, about a few hours back, lost a scathing tirade at the central government over several issues on Netaji's birth anniversary. But now, finally, she has reached a Victoria Memorial, and both the leaders are going to be attending a magnificent program this evening, a befitting tribute to one of India's greatest sons, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, 125th birth anniversary.
British connection and attain complete independence.
Oh, absolutely. And you talk about this legacy war while Mamata Banerjee and Prime Minister Narendra Modi are together in these images. Shubhajit Bagchi, we did see Mamata Banerjee launch a frontal attack on Prime Minister or on the BJP when she said, what is Parakram? Why not Desh Nayak? Why not declare a national holiday? So that tussle between the centre and the state, TMC and the BJP, continues on appropriating Netaji's legacy, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that is bound to happen. As you know, Gaurav, you have covered, and we both have covered Bengal and other states as well. We have not seen, I'm sure if you will come here again, I'm sure you will, we have not seen this kind of temperature. Even in 2011, when the communists were going, this kind of temperature, it is going on for 6 months. In other states, such election campaigning starts a month or so before the elections. But here it has started 6-8 months before the election. So it is both sides going all out. And I'm very fond of listening to the street corner meetings, which tells you a lot about Bengal. And there you would constantly hear the small leaders of both the BJP and Trinamool constantly telling each other they will beat up each other at any point of time. Uska matlab haath tod denge, pair tod denge type of conversation. I mean, in the public meeting, they're announcing the public. So, when that kind of thing happens, I mean, forget Netaji. Today, you set up a health center in one area, one party will say it is not in my area, they are setting up the health center. So, of course, they are going to debate on one of the most important political, cultural icons of the country and of the state. So they will do it. But as this is happening now, the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister are coming together, talking to each other. These optics is important. This will come down the cadres at the grassroots, I hope, because the number of people dying every day. Particularly, I find that people on the side of the BJP, which is not the ruling party in the state, many of their cadres, very ordinary people dying in the villages. It is not a good sign. Of course, there are other reasons for political violence in Bengal. There's a long legacy of political violence in Bengal, another debate. But the temperature needs to calm down at some level. Today, what we have seen in the morning, and also the BJP leaders are reacting to it. And this is definitely not good. There'll be a lot of bloodshed. And on this day, people should take some kind of an oath, I guess, to say that, okay, whatever happens, we
Sir,
will
stay
fight.
with me for a moment as I bring in Indrajit Kundu once again. Indrajit, as the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister of Bengal walk through these various rooms of the Victoria Memorial and Museum, there are several here, but this Netaji Museum, high-tech, state-of-the-art, electronic display and old pictures revived, enlarged, telling the story of Netaji's life. Bring us details, Indrajit.
Well, absolutely, Gaurav. Let's talk about a few personal anecdotes. January 23rd is always very, very special for each and everybody here in Bengal, in Kolkata, because you have n number of local clubs which is named after Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. There are cultural activities, tableaus are taken out, young children, they dress themselves in Netaji's attire. There are sit and draw competitions where you have to draw images of Netaji. I have participated in many such programs when I was a child. So fond memories of January 23rd, which has always been a state holiday. Of course, there has been a long-standing demand from the state government, from the Trinamool government, that it should also be commemorated as a national holiday, observed as a national holiday. So, these things are very important. As we have been saying, it is not just important, to talk about Netaji on this very day. One should educate people, the next generation,
for a moment,
about Netaji.
these are the pictures I was just talking about a moment ago. This is high-tech, state-of-the-art museum about the life and times of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, something that will appeal to Gen Next when they go to a museum. It's electronic, it lights up, images come forward, you look at some information, you want it, you press a button and it flashes on a big screen in front of you. This is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi is inaugurating at this point of time, a museum that will bring the story of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose alive through what was said at that point of time, what was said by him, what was said by others. And this perhaps is in some way, Indrajit, taking youngsters back to the times of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. At his house there are pictures of where he was born, how he was brought up, where he studied, what he wrote, and those are images of where the cultural program will start, and of course the Prime Minister's address in a short while from now. But Indrajit, bring us more details of this museum.
Well, absolutely. As you said, it's a very, very high-tech museum. It's interactive. At the same time, there will be a light and sound show at Victoria as well. Laser rides, we are told. Everything that would attract youngsters. And that's very important because everything needs to be done to inculcate more interest of the younger generation, the next generation, in the life and times and the work of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So this is going to be a really fabulous step in bringing youngsters closer to this entire process of knowing Netaji much more deeper, knowing about his magnificent life from India to Germany and Afghanistan, in between, his valor, his bravery, and of course what he stood for, inclusivity and the kind of forward thinking that he had. All these things need to be inculcated. The younger generation need to be, inspired, and through means like these, through digital medium, through use of latest technology, and the museum, it's really, really high tech. It's been in the making for some time now. We were told by sources They were supposed to be inaugurated some time back, but finally it's getting inaugurated today on a very, very auspicious occasion of 125th birth anniversary. So fabulous gift to Kolkata, to West Bengal on this occasion, and it will really attract youngsters, because remember, Victoria Memorial is one of the most popular heritage destinations. I was talking to its director a few months back. He said that it is one of the most popular, with lakhs of footfall each and every week, and with this latest attraction we can only expect more and
Stay
more
with
people.
me for a moment. I want to cut across to Manogya Loiwal.
And it says that
Okay,
Netaji
okay.
Bose disappeared.
Okay, the Prime Minister is just about to come to the podium in a moment from now, and the Prime Minister would be speaking in a moment from now. But this is all about the legacy of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and why it's so important for the next generation to know about him. The valor. General Gurmeet Singh, before the Prime Minister starts to speak in moments from now, if I could bring you in for 30 seconds, it's very important that the struggle that India made for independence, of the 60,000 members in the Indian National Army, 24,000 made the supreme sacrifice of their lives.
Absolutely, Gaurav. I think that's a big contribution. In fact, I would say that was the reason that the India got the independence. It is because of the supreme sacrifice of the soldiers. It was because of the deterrence and the military excellence which was created by Subhash Chandra Bose. And in fact, I would say he is one of the great visionaries, a great strategist, and a diplomat. In fact, his diplomacy is so good that he could operate from German side, Japanese side, and this shows that he was absolutely in touch with the global affairs as far as the Indian requirement was concerned. To him, the Indian national interest was the supreme. In fact, this is what we need to study. But unfortunately, conspiracies and classification of inputs regarding him was the trend which was earlier. It has been broken today, and I think that is what's so great. And hereafter, with this type
Give me a moment, General. Let's listen into the reaction to the Prime Minister coming out on the in the lawns of the Victoria Memorial.
और प्रधानमंत्री इस वक्त जो नेताजी की सेना, आजाद हिंद फौज के जो जीवित सिपाही, साहसी सिपाही हमारे बीच में हैं, उनके परिवार के जो लोग हमारे बीच में हैं, उनका स्वागत करते हुए, अभिवादन करते हुए, अभिनंदन करते हुए। नेताजी ने कहा था कि मुझे नहीं मालूम कि स्वतंत्रता के युद्ध में हम में से कौन-कौन जीवित बचेंगे,